Today's question and or thought can be funny, but also not. I'd like you to think about something that has happened to you in your life, something you've done or something that's happened to you that's been really embarrassing or just really funny, but go a little deeper than just something that has happened. We all have those one or two things that have happened to us in our life that we don't want to share with anybody. We can say that it's about embarrassment or it's just funny or whatever it is, but the reality is, are you carrying shame around this particular event? Is it more than embarrassment? Is there so much shame about it that you don't want to share it with anybody else because you fear what they may think about you, or that you somehow feel like you're a bad person because this thing happened, or whatever it is? I can share with you when I was younger, when my kids were small, I was really overbearing and I was so OCD about things that I would not allow the fringes on the rugs in my home to be out of place. You can imagine having 4 little kids, and if they would mess those fringes up, I wasn't very nice about it. I would scrub my kitchen carpeting. The floor was carpeted back then with a scrub brush almost every week to clean it. If my kids would grab onto something when they were little, maybe a year or 2 old, I would slap their hands because I wanted them to be perfect. I'm sharing this with you because we could say that it's funny, and in some ways it is, but the reality is I didn't talk about these things for a long time because I carried a lot of shame about feeling like I was a really bad mom, that I was slapping my kids' hands, and that I was so overbearing about everything that they did in my home. They couldn't have toys even laying around in the living room. Everything had to be put away at the end of the day. The reason this is important is we're not bad people. We all have our stories. Carrying these stories inside of us and holding on to them as too embarrassing or shameful shuts us down. I'm actually going to give you a little bit of homework to do today. I'd like you to think of this one thing that you feel this emotion about that you don't tell anybody else, and share it with someone today. When we share these things, it takes its power away. Either share it with someone in your life or share it on our social media feeds. We're all in this together. You have nothing to feel shame about or bad about. And it's time to, at least with this one thing for today, put it out there so you can let it go. There's no reason to hold on to things that keep us feeling bad about ourselves. I hope that you really follow through with this today. Get this thing off your chest and put it out there so others can bear witness to it, validate you, and help you heal past it. Something to think about. I look forward to talking with you again tomorrow. Namaste.